All right, let me just put down my goat right here. He's actually part human. So you might be wondering, what does a goat have to do with the dental industry? We'll get back to that in a few minutes. But first, I want to get some audience participation. So how many of you have purchased something online using the shopping cart feature, like on Amazon? Show of hands. Everyone? Okay. Now think about the last thing you purchased. And now imagine that instead of being able to purchase that thing immediately, right, it comes to your email, you verify, whatever, you have to wait for the company to email you back. And better yet, it's going to take 2 or 3 days. Oh, and they're not going to email you back, they're going to call you. Oh, and they're going to call you while you're at work. How many of you would still have purchased that same item? Thumbs down over there. This is my first time giving this presentation, so thank you. No one would have bought that same item. That is what practices are asking their patients to do. They're asking them to wait, to get a phone call back, and then schedule an appointment. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how LocalMed can be to practices what the shopping cart feature is to Amazon. And it all starts with the technology. So LocalMed is the only company that offers where you can you can schedule a fully booked appointment online across multiple platforms without any intervention from the front desk staff. And in the next few seconds, literally seconds, I'm going to show you how that works. So the customer, this is an actual client of ours, so they can click the schedule online. They can click whether they're a new or returning patient. This list is fully customizable by the practice itself. 90% of our clients start with cleanings or emergency visits. So we're going to go with new patient, emergency visit. I can choose the dentist I want to see. And now what's important to note here is that we're not seeing the entire schedule. We're only seeing what's actually available based on the practice management system. So they'll find an appointment. They can decide how they're going to pay for it. And that blue box you see there, that's also customizable by the practice. So whether or not they take that insurance or what have you. They'll put in some personal information, name, address, phone number, email. They can even leave a note. I love Dr. Jones. He's the best. Click. We're not going to write it into the practice management system right away because we want to make sure it's not an email bot. So they'll get an email immediately and then they can verify. And it's done. That video is 58 seconds long. So that patient has now booked an appointment that is written into, we'll say Dentrix, in 58 seconds. The front desk didn't have to do anything. And in fact, the front desk got an email that alerts them that that appointment has been booked. So, and we do encourage our practices to follow up with an email, welcome to the practice, if they're a new patient, or if they're a returning patient, thank you so much for, scheduling an appointment. But they're not having to do all that back and forth. Those 14 emails or 14 phone calls to make sure that appointment is scheduled. So on this page, after they've scheduled the appointment, now they can enter their insurance information. You can see, is it on the right? It's on the right. They can add it to their calendar. They can find directions. And actually what you can't see is what's scrolled down on the right, The practice can actually put links to their forms. So whether those are online forms or PDF forms, they can put forms so that the patient can actually have a fully booked appointment before they even walk in the door. Now, why is this important? How many of you booked your flight today by talking to someone on your phone? No one, right? So we live in a technology efficient world, and that's what our patients want to see, right? 81% of patients responded saying they want to be able to book their appointments, really book them online, not just send a request, but actually book them. You're booking flights, you're booking hotels, you're booking food, you're on Tinder, you're on Match.com. No judgment. That's just life. And we need to get up to speed, right? We're so far behind in the dental industry. So the average website sees 3 to 4% conversion rate on organic clicks. But when you add the LocalMed button or the shopping cart, if you will, we're at 6 to 7%. That's a 35 to 70% increase. That's huge for dental practices. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay. Which leads to why in the last 3 years, LocalMed has gone, we had 300 providers signed up with LocalMed 3 years ago. How many are who in the room is signed up with LocalMed? Or know someone who's LocalMed? Okay, awesome. So we went from 300 providers 3 years ago, and now we're at 12,000 plus. And that's because we're seeing a 44-to-1 return on investment. It speaks for itself. It's a kind of a no-brainer. And that's because we are everywhere. So we are not a marketing company, but we integrate everywhere that LocalMed or that practices own their online presence. So whether that's their Google business page, their Facebook, their Instagram, what have you, we can put widgets and links so that the company can, and as long as the company is letting their people know that they're out there, you know, we're out of the office for the week, but schedule online. That makes a huge difference. And it's super simple. So it's a simple agreement, and we would love for you to come talk with us. Our consultants get great deals. We don't always offer deals, but we can offer deals to our consultants. And so you sign an agreement. It's a 15-minute phone call with whoever is most familiar with the scheduling, whoever does the scheduling in the office, whether that's the office manager or the doctor or whoever it may be. And then within 24 to 48 hours, we're ready to rock and roll. And you can schedule while you're in the office. It's the weekend, it's the holidays, et cetera, et cetera. We just had a client send us a note that they had 12 scheduled appointments over the holidays while they were closed, and they were thrilled. So it speaks for itself. So I'm running out of time, and I told you I'd come back to GHOST. So this is GHOST. It stands for Get Online Scheduling Today, and he would love for your clients or you to do the same. I promise we are the only people with a stuffed goat at this conference. You can come find Vanessa and I, my counterpart, who should be here in about an hour. She's flying in from our headquarters in Utah. And we would love to talk more with you about how we can get your clients signed up with online scheduling. So thank you so much, and have a good evening.